Hey guys, Brian coming to you from Connie's Country Living. Just coming to you today to show you how I make my oak cutting boards and just kind of take you through the step-by-step on how to make them and so you can make them yourself. Well, I'll just hop right over to the other saw here and I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, so now we're over here on this side of things and I'm going to show you the next procedures on cutting your board to size and getting it ready to go over onto the bandsaw. So with this cutting board I went onto the computer and made sure that I had the right size and everything when it came to my template, and then I printed it out. From there, I'm going to take my tape measure and I'm going to measure it out. So it's 9.5 inches. And then, for viewing purposes, I already have this cut, but you're going to go at 9.5 inches and you're going to cut that. And then you'll end up taking this section, and like you might have seen in my previous videos, we have a lot of this here live edge oak boards that are out back that we had a friend of ours mill years ago, and so I've been making multiple projects with it throughout the past while, and this was just one of them. Alright, so with this here, once it was cut, I just did a light sand with it so that way it would take to my pencil mark, and then I creased it, as you can see here, so that way your bottom edges here and here are down along that edge, and then I slid the apple so that this edge was along here. So now we have 3 points that we'll be able to start cutting from when we get over onto the bandsaw. And then typically I go around, as you can see here, and I take my pencil crayon and I just color in the lines, and then when you color in the lines, after you're done, it will show up here. But again, for viewing purposes, I just took my dad's cutting board I made for him and I just put it on here and traced it out. But yeah, from there we'll hop back over onto the bandsaw and we'll start cutting this out. Okay guys, back over here at the bandsaw. I'm gonna start cutting this out, and always remember when you're doing any kind of cutting that you do the shortest cuts and your relief cuts first, and then follow through with the rest of the cuts. Anyways, let's get started. By the 3 points of cutoff, that way you have more relief points when you start out, and you have your template on there. You always have 3 areas. just like that, guys. New cutting board, all cut out. And now I will go back over to my table sander and clean it up. Alright guys, now that we have it all cut out on the bandsaw, now I'm going to come back over here to my table sander and I'm going to get it all cleaned up. So let's get started. Just like that. We got the nice surface coming out. All that nice grain. Now we're gonna go like this. And that. And this here was 80 grit so that I could get it right down to the grain and get it all nice cleaned up. And we should go up one other size. So we'll go up to 120 and we'll just slap that on there and we'll start up again, guys. Yep, that there is getting nicer. Now we'll just get down and that one back, and then we'll clean it right up with a 240, and then we'll do the edges up. Guys, all nice and cleaned up and ready for the clear coating. So we'll just take you over to the bench and we'll get it all clear coated up. Alright guys, now that we have it all cut out and we have it all sanded, I'm going to take this stuff here and just coat it up. And this is a natural oil that, well, I got this from Canadian Tire, but it's for food use and everything like that, so that you can put these on your cutting boards and whatever else, and it seals them up and keeps them good. So we'll give this one a coating and we'll see how it turned out. And always be generous, very generous with this stuff, like off the start. Don't just baby it, put a bit on a towel, all that kind of stuff. Really, really, like right in the cracks, everything else. If it starts dripping down, that's good. You want it to just soak right into everything and soak it up real good. Like, as you can see, none of it's even dripped yet, so it's all just soaking right in. And then you just want to keep working that around into the areas, getting it all right nice and lathered up there. And then you just want to go into the tighter areas, put a dab like that. And then I usually just let these sit for a little bit while they're all lathered up like this, and I let it just soak it up real good. Probably 15-20 minutes that I let them soak up like this, and then I wipe them down, and then they'll be all nice and sealed and ready for cutting board use. Hope you like this video and it helps you out. Thanks for watching, guys.